So I want to talk to you about SIRIL, and I got many requests, and I am going to show some basic steps to enhance our images, and I will be doing a lot of more videos, short tutorials on SIRIL, and go more specific. Okay, so now I want to start with the first image. You have to select an image that is on the fit format and hasn't been stretched. Open the image. Now you're going to see it black, and this is normal. All of the images are black at the beginning if they are in the fit format. So what you need to do to see your image, you go down here and you are going to click into auto stretch, and now you have a first look of your image that has been stacked by the telescope, and this is just a temporary stretch. This is the time to look at the image and all the gradient or artifacts that need to be corrected. Let me move it, and these corners here, there's a lot of problems there that if I crop this image right here, then it may be maybe too short. So I will probably just go ahead and edit even with this corner, but you can also come and crop right here. There is an important step before doing the color calibration using the photometric color calibration, which is a type of colors adjustment based on the target. But for that, the image needs to be plate solved. In other words, it needs to have the coordinates and the information of the telescope. With the image open, go to Tools, Astrometry, and then Image Plate Solver. For the image parameters, the image should have this information already in the fits header, and this is for the right ascension and declination. You can click on Get Metadata from Image, and all of this information should be put here automatically, but be sure that the focal length of the telescope and the pixel size is correct. This is crucial for this calibration. You can also put the target's catalog number, like NGC 2244, for example, then click on Find, and it should plate solve the image. Now that the image has been plate solved, go ahead into Image Processing, Color Calibration, and go and click into Photometric Color Calibration. Sometimes the results are very visible and sometimes are subtle, but it will be the best color calibration you can get at this point. The next step will be to do the dynamic background extraction to remove all of these gradients. Gragspert and other external softwares are much better probably than this one. So we'll go to Image Processing, and then we are going into Background Extraction. Let's see, the interpolation method, we are going to leave it the way it is. Samples per line, I can change this to 5. So we are going to go here into Generate, and we're going to get all of these squares here. To delete the red squares that you don't want, you right-click on them. You don't want to have absolutely any of these squares on the nebulosity or the galaxy or the target. So this is a process that takes a little bit. It can be automated in other programs. Other thing that you don't want as much as you can is to have the squares on bright stars. So you will have to remove those squares too. And because this is such a big target, there's a lot to remove. But like right here, for example, this square that it's on that star needs to be deleted. It doesn't need to be completely perfect. It's kind of like a more or less, but definitely nothing on the target. So I'm going to keep deleting some of this, and I'm going to show you kind of like the ideal scenario here to do the dynamic background extraction. So all that is good. Here's another one literally on top of a big star. On the little stars, it's okay, can pass. It's not going to be the end of the world, but on the big stars, lots of stars, yes, you want to do that, okay? You can also put them manually. It's probably easier. The correction, you can use the subtraction or the division. The subtraction, it's normally the one that it's going to remove the gradients caused by light pollution or by the moon light, which is what this image has a lot. The division, it's mostly to correct the vignetting that it happens around the images. I'm not seeing much on this image. You can run both of them too. So I am going just to leave these ones here on the default settings. And also I want to see now what it's going to happen, compute background. And you can look at the original image. So that it's after the dynamic background extraction, and that is before the correction and after the gradient removal. We're going here to image processing. First of all, we need to do a square here, and you can move it and you can pick your area. I would like to have a little bit more stars. So you get your square here, and then you right click on the image, and then you are going to see here crop. That will be the way to get rid of most of these problems here, which in the end are going to show. Now we have an image that has the initial color calibrations. It is plate solved and also cropped. And now it's ready for the upcoming steps, which is going to be to stretch the image and do all the magic on the colors and enhancement. Stay tuned for the second part of this video in the next few days, and thank you so much for watching.